Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. And we got some post 1961 Appa baseball here on the channel. We got the Boston Red Sox traveling to Seattle here on April 3rd, 1998. And to lead it off, this is the first game of a three-game series for the Red Sox. Is playing second is Pedro. Batting second, playing short is Garcia Pera. Batting third, playing third is Boggs. Batting fourth, playing first is Vaughn. Batting fifth, playing center field is Betts. Batting sixth, playing right field is Evans. Batting seventh, playing left field is Rice. Batting eighth, on the catching is Veritek. And batting ninth on the mound is Clay Buchholz. And now for the Seattle Mariners hometown, leading off, playing right field is Suzuki. Batting second, playing second is Reynolds. Batting third, playing short is Rodriguez. Batting fourth, playing center field is Griffey Jr. Batting fifth, playing third base is Martinez. Batting sixth, playing left field is Baez. Batting seventh, playing first base is Davis. And batting ninth behind the plate is Wilson. And on the mound doing the pitching is Jamie Moyer. And let's get down here to Seattle and get this game started. As Dave joins us here, says, "Go Red Sox Nation." They should beat these Seattle Mariners. Seattle's pitching staff, at least their starters, ain't a lot to talk about here. So to lead it off for the Red Sox, you'll have Dustin Pedroia batting a buck, batting 100 with no RBIs, no homers. Jamie Moyer's on the mound. In 2003, Jamie was 21-7 with a 3.27 ERA. Here's the pitch to Dustin. And that's going to be against the lefty. 14 and a 9. And that's going to be an infield hit for Dustin. So the Red Sox get the first base runner aboard here in the top of the first. And Nomar Garcia Pera's up now. And Nomar is batting 200 on the year with no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And a 26 and a 3. Martinez, not that great of a fielder. And that's going to be fielding column 2. That's going to be a single to third, and the runner's going to stop at second. So an infield hit, 2 infield hits, just like that for the Red Sox, first and second. Nobody out for Mr. Boggs. And Wade Boggs is batting 111 with no homers and 1 RBI. Here's the pitch to Boggs. And that's not what you wanted. That's just a lazy fly ball out to center field. Griffey makes the catch. Dustin will stay put. Now I didn't want to go in the right field. I wanted to go in the center. Redo this here quick. Get it going out to center. And now there's 1 down. And Mo Vaughn's up now. And Vaughn's batting 123 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Harold Reynolds is down there. 33 and an 8. That should be fielding column 1 on 26. And that's going to be popped up. Infield fly rules in effect. And that'll be out number 2. Can Jamie get through this inning with nobody scoring? The first 2 batters get aboard. Now there's 2 outs, and they're still at first and second as Ken Castro joins us here. Mookie Betts looking for his first base hit of the year. Can he deliver here and get the Red Sox on the scoreboard? And no, he can't. That's a lazy fly ball out to the right. Suzuki makes the catch, and Jamie pitches around. The first 2 batters getting on with 2 hits. It's Boston nothing. Seattle coming up the bat. They'll have Suzuki, Reynolds, and Rodriguez due up here in the first. And Suzuki's batting 286 with no homers and no RBIs. Oh, that's cool. Dave said that Mookie Betts went to the same high school he did. And you got Bur- Clay's on the mound, BUCHHOLZ, and in 2010 he was 17-7 with a 2.33 ERA. Here's the first pitch from Clay, and that's going to be against the righty 20. That's going to be a fly ball out to Mookie for out number 1. And Reynolds comes to the plate. Harold Reynolds looking for his first base of the year. He's 0 for 4. And that ball is well hit. Harold Reynolds drives this ball out into Seattle's outfield. Where does it land? That ball lands out there in left field. Harold Reynolds puts on the Jets. He's around in second, headed for third. And that brown-eyed Anson man's in there with a triple. As Clinton Parks joins us here. So now you got a runner down at third. Nobody. 1 out, rather. They're going to play the infield back and look for the out. Try not to have a big inning as Alex Rodriguez steps to the plate, batting .250 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. He's 2 for 8. Both of those hits are homers. And that's going to be against the 19. And that's going to be a pop-up in the shallow center field. Matter of fact, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Rodriguez out with that Y. Big strikeout there. Now there's 2 outs to play the infield back. And Junior's up. Ken Griffey Jr. batting a $125 with a homer and 1 RBI. And that ball is well hit, folks. That ball is driven out into right field. Let's make sure against the righty. 16. And Evans is going to get over there quickly, cut it off. Nice play by Darrell Evans, cuts it off, but a run scores. Griffey's held to a single. Nice play by Dewey, and it's 1-0 Seattle. Now you got Griffey down at first and 2 outs. And Griffey, I think, is going to take off. He sure is. Griffey's not staying put. That'll be a 31. So a 61 or lower, he's safe. And he's in there with a stolen base. Griffey gets down to second, gets in the scoring position. Here with 2 outs for Edgar Martinez. So runner down at second. Martinez batting .167, no homers and an RBI. Yeah, exactly. Yep. AstroTurf. Yeah, it sure does in the year. What year is this for Evans? This is 1987. Yeah, you're right, Clinton. They do give Bettis a better arm. Yeah. I've seen certain years with Evans, he's got like a 38 or 39 arm. But yeah, in 1987, they only gave him a 34. Edgar Martinez. Yeah, he did have a cannon. I agree with you. Yep. Yeah, he did have a cannon. No doubt about it. I was surprised when old Clemente has a 40 arm in this Apba 3 set. A 40. I've never seen a 40 before. Edgar's up now with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to Rice. He makes the catch. But the RBI single by Junior gives the Mariners a 1-0 lead. So we go to the top of the second. And speaking of Evans, y'all going to lead it off here for the Red Sox. Evans, Rice, and Veritek. Excuse me. See Seattle's schedule coming up. They got 2 more games here in Seattle against the Red Sox. Then the Yankees come to town after that. Yeah, like I say, that's the first 40 I ever seen was Clemente. And I'm not sure what year. We can look it up after the game what year that is. Yeah, but a 40 arm. Yep. correct, Clinton. I agree with you, especially later in somebody's career where they already knew how good of an arm they didn't run against them. You're absolutely correct. Yeah, 1987. Yep. Yes, the year for Evans. Yep. And I guess they did it because of his batting 305 with the 34 homers. Yeah. He's only batting a buck 11 now with 1 homer and 1 RBI on the season here. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Talking about Evans, he strikes out for out number 1. And now you got Mr. Rice up, Jim Rice, looking for his first base hit of the year. He's 0 for 5. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Martinez. He fires over to Davis for out number 2. And Jason Varitek comes to the plate. And Jason, he's looking for his first base hit of the year. He's 0 for 3. And we drop the dice. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. Jason Varitek gets his first hit of the year and ties this ball game up, folks. It's 1 apiece here in the top of the second. And he was 1 for 1 in 2010. See what he can do here. His first plate appearance of the year. And that's going to be popped up down the second. That'll end the inning. But Jason Varitek hits his first homer of the year, ties this ball game up at 1 apiece as we go to the bottom of the second. Raul Ibanez is due up, followed by Davis and Wilson. Baez is batting .333, no homers and no RBIs. Red Sox fans always bitching. I hear you, Ken, buddy. Yeah. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to Evans. He makes the catch for out number 1. And that brings up Mr. Alvin Davis. And he's looking for his first base hit of the year. He's 0 for 2. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Clay's got it, fires over to Mo. That'll be out number 2. And Mr. Wilson, he's 0 for 3 on the year. And that's going to be a 17. That's going to be his first base hit of the year, an infield hit for Mr. Wilson. And we lost. What happened here? We lost the camera here. How did we lose the camera? I don't know what just happened there, guys, but we sure did lose the camera for a minute. Now we got her back, it looks like. Yeah, exactly. Looks like they turned the power out here in Seattle. Turn the power out. As Wilson gets an infield hit, I guess it shocked everybody. And the power went out. It really didn't go out here. I don't know what caused the camera. Don't understand what caused the camera to go on the blink there. So now you got a runner down at first and 2 outs, and Jamie Moyer's up. And in 2003, he batted for 100. He was 2 for 5. And that's going to be against the 15. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Rice makes the catch for out number 3. To the top of the third we go in a 1-1 ball game. You got, did we lose the sound here? Let's see here. Did we lose the sound? Yeah, there you go. That's pretty good, Clinton. I like it. Yep. So now we got Prado, Garcia, Pera, and Boggs, the top of the order, due up here for the Red Sox. And Dustin, he singled back in the first. And that's going to be a pop up down the second. That'll be out number 1. And now you got Nomar up. He's 1 for 1. He singled back in the first. And that's going to be a single in the right field. And that'll be 1 on, 1 out for Wade Boggs. And it looks like now we're not picking up the sound on this. I don't get that. Yeah, exactly, Ken. Yep. Yeah, 5 outs. Outfield assists compared to 15. Yeah. Yep. I understand how they do it. You got to set parameters somehow, but yep. Yeah, probably. Yep. Yepper. That's how it works, don't it? Wonder what's going on with this settings here. Let's check it out here.
Testing your speakers on StreamYard. Sounds like they're working. Have a great show. Testing your speakers.
I don't know. This seems like we lost that. And now you got Boggs up 1 on, 1 out. And Boggs is 0 for 1. He flew out the center his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. Jamie's walking himself into a mess here. Got a runners on first and second and only 1 out. And here comes the big boys coming up. Vaughn and Betts and Evans. And Mo is 0 for 1 today. He popped up. Oh, I would say that the Minister of Defense had a hell of an arm out there. Yeah, I would think. Damn, Ken. Yeah, the Minister of Defense, I think he had a pretty damn good arm out there in center field for the Phillies. Mo's 0 for 1 today. Can he deliver? Runners on first and second and 1 out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Mo out. Jamie's getting himself in some messes here, but he's getting out of them. Can he do it here with Mookie Betts for the second time? Mookie's up with a runner in scoring position. He flew out the right with 2 outs back in the first. And that's going to be against the lefty, a 9. And that's going to be fly ball to center field. And Griffey makes a nice run and catch, takes a base hit and an RBI away from Mookie. And it is still 1-1 as we go to the bottom of the third. And now you got the top of the order due up here for Seattle. Suzuki, Reynolds, and Rodriguez. Ichiro was 0 for 1. He flew out the center his first time up. That's going to be a ground ball down to Nomar. Over to Mo for out number 1. And Harold Reynolds is up now. And Reynolds had that triple and came around the score back in the first. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound for out number 2. Alrighty, bud. You have a good lunch, Ken, buddy. And Alex is up now, and Rodriguez is 0 for 1. He struck out back in the first, and that's going to be against the righty 19, and that's going to be a single in the center field. Alex Rodriguez is aboard here with a 2-out base hit, and that brings up Junior now. So the go-ahead runs down at first. Let me try something here, because we're not getting any. We're going to try something here. I'm not getting any audio at all from the game. Not the crack of the bat, none of that. So give me a second here. Try this again. See if we can get the audio back. Get the audio back. See if we can get it back here. All righty. I hear you, buddy. I agree with you. So now you got Griffey up with a runner down at first. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI and a stolen base. And that's going to be 16. And that's going to be popped up down the third. Boggs makes the catch for out number 3. And Rodriguez gets stranded down at first. We head to the top of the fourth in a 1-1 ball game. And you got Evans due up here, followed by Rice and Veritek. Dwight struck out. He's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Davis. He takes it himself, steps on the bag for out number 1. You see the team comparisons there. Boston's 1-1, 6 runs on 3 homers, 2 stolen bases. Seattle's also 1-1, 8 runs, 4 homers. And now you got Rice up. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be another ground ball down to Davis. 2 ground balls to first, 2 outs. And now you got Jason Veritek up, and he homered back in the second to give the Red Sox the only run of the ball game. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Eggers up with it. 1, 2, 3 goes the Sox. To the bottom of the fourth we go. And speaking of Martinez, he's going to lead it off here for Seattle, followed by Ibanez and Davis. Eggers 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a base on balls. Clay walks the leadoff batter. And Rule Ibanez is up now with a runner down at first and nobody out. And he's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Mo's only a 3, 22 and a 3. And that's going to be fielding 2. And with being held on, that's going to be a single in the right field. Mo couldn't get to it. That ball makes it into the outfield. Now it's first and second. And still nobody out. And Seattle making some noise here in the fourth. And Alvin Davis is 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. And that's a big strikeout by Clay for out number 1. Now a pitcher's best friend with the catcher due up here, Wilson, a double play ball, and he gets out of the inning. Wilson didn't single back in the second. He's 1 for 1. That's going to be a fly ball out to Mookie. He makes the catch. So the first 2 batters get aboard but haven't moved an inch. First and second, 2 outs, and now it's up to Jamie to do it himself. Jamie Moyer's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. And Mo, a 15 and a 3. That will be column number 1, I believe. Yep. That will be column number 1. Single knocked down by the first baseman. Runners only advance 1 base. So Mo, nice play. Keeps the ball in the infield, but Jamie Moyer says we don't need no stinking DH, and that's an infield hit. And now bases are full of Mariners, and Suzuki's up. Ichiro's 0 for 2. He's flown out and grounded out. You got Martinez at third, Ibanez at second, Moyer at first, and here's the pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. Clay Buchholz with a big strikeout. Bases loaded. Gets out of it with nobody scoring. To the top of the 5th we go. We got us a pitching match here, folks. 1-1. As we have Clay due up, followed by Dustin Pedro and Nomar Garcia Para. Clay's 0 for 1. He popped up in the second. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Reynolds. That'll be out number 1. And let's see what the top of this order can do now. For the third time rather, Dustin's 1 for 2. He singled back in the first. And he does more than that this time, probably. He squares this one up, folks. Where's this one going to land at? And that's going to be a 1-out double in the right field. Dustin's in scoring position with the go-ahead run with 1 out. And up to the plate steps Nomar. And he's a perfect 2 for 2. 2 singles in the game. Can he do it again here and drive Dustin in? And that's going to be a base on balls. And the Red Sox again with first and second and 1 out. And Wade Boggs comes to the plate. Boggs is 0 for 1. He did walk back in the third. Can he deliver here? This is the 3rd inning. I believe Boston's had first and second. And that's going to be a tailor-made double play. Ball hit down the short. Rodriguez is up with it. He fires over to Reynolds, over to Davis. 6-4-3 double play. And there goes the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th in a 1-1 game. And you got, speaking of Reynolds, Rodriguez and Griffey due up here. And Harold 1 for 2 with that triple in the first. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Easy play for Nomar, out number 1. And Alex Rodriguez comes to the plate. And Alex is 1 for 2. He singled in the 3rd. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Clay's 4th strikeout of the game. 2 down now for Ken Griffey Jr. Jr.'s 1 for 3. He has an RBI single back in the 1st and a stolen base. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Evans. 1-2-3 goes the Mariners. To the top of the 6th we go in a tie ball game. You got Vaughn, Betts, and Evans due up. Mo's 0 for 2 today. And he's going to be 0 for 3. That's a grounder down to Rodriguez at short for out number 1. And Mookie Betts comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He's flown out to right and center. And that's going to be a rare play, a 40 and a 66. And that's going to be hit out to left field. And Raul's out there. A 56 and a 2 might be fielding column 3. 56 and a 2 is fielding column 3. And that is going to be a single to left, and the batter's going to get the second on an error. So Mookie Betts with a single, and now he's down in scoring position with the error. So runner in scoring position again for Boston with 1 out. And up to the plate steps Dwight Evans. Let's see if Dewey can deliver here. He is 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded out. Here's the pitch to Dwight. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. Rodriguez makes the catch out in the shallow left for out number 2. So it's all going to be up to Jim Rice here with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. And that's going to be against the lefty, 17. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. And I'm sure they're going to send Mookie. Let's see if he can score, though. That'll be the question. And a 6 with 2 outs of 53. And he's probably going to score with no throw. Yep, he's going to score with no throw. So Evans delivers with an RBI single. And the Red Sox take a 2-1 lead here. And here's the man, Jason Varitek. He's 1 for 2 today with a solo homer. And here's the pitch to Jason. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Reynolds. And that'll end the inning. But the RBI single by Rice gives the Red Sox a 2-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th. You got Martinez, Raul, and Alvin due up here. Edgar is 0 for 1. He did walk back in the 4th. Here's the pitch to Edgar. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. And Wade Boggs is going to boot that one, folks. That's going to be an E5. And the tying run is now at first base. The go-ahead run comes to the plate. And Raul Ibanez is 1 for 2. He singled back in the 4th. And that's going to be a base on balls. And Clay's walking himself into a mess here. And Alvin Davis comes to the plate. First and second, nobody out, and the Red Sox up by 1. And Davis is 0 for 2. He grounded out and struck out. And that's going to be another base on balls. Clay has just walked a bases loaded, folks. And he's due to lead off the top of the 7th. Bases full of Mariners, nobody out. Got to bring the infield in. Got to bring the infield in here late in the game. And Don Wilson's 1 for 2. He singled back in the 2nd. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And 60. And that's going to be a single through the infield, folks. And the runners are going to advance 2 bases, a 2 RBI single. And now you got first and third and still nobody out. And that's going to be it for Clay. We'll bring somebody in just to try to get through this inning. We're not going to make a double switch, I don't think, Varitek. So Clay cannot get out of this 6th inning. Gives up the lead. And Davis should be down at 3rd. Let's redo this. So it was a single. And we should have first and third. And who's coming up? You got the lefties coming up here. And the Red Sox does not have a single lefty in the game. And we're going to bring in Stutter and Stanley's going to come in. Stutter and Stanley. Old Bob Stanley's coming in the game. As Clay can't get an out here in the 7th. Fire the manager. I hear you. So Stutter and Stanley comes in. Bob Stanley. First and third, nobody out. And a 3-2 ball game infield in. And Jamie Moyer's at the plate, folks. And Jamie's already had a single in this game. He's going to try to bunt Wilson down the first. He's not doing a squeeze play. He just wants to get Wilson down the 2nd here. And that's going to be 2 foul balls, an 0-2 count. And let's see here. 25. Sacrifice. And that's going to be bunted in front of the plate. Varitek makes the play. He's going to fire down the first with Mo covering. And that'll be out number 1. Runner will stay put. So now you got second and third and 1 out. The top of the order due up. And Ichiro is 0 for 3 today. Infield still in. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And let's see if he's got enough speed. Davis, not much speed at all. Can he score here? And that'll be a 41. And they're going to hold him at third. With Davis's speed, he's not going nowhere. So now there's 2 outs. And it's still a 1-run game. And Harold Reynolds is up. And Reynolds is 1 for 3 with a triple today. And D. Scott Howard joins us here. And here's the pitch to Howard. And that's going to be a base on balls. And I just noticed Stanley's cards notes are messed up here. We'll fix those. Stanley's card. That should be a P in there instead of a bracket. Fix that real quick. There we go. Clean that up. Clean that up. Now we get back to the game. And second and third, 2 outs in a 3-2 ball game. And we got Mr. Rodriguez up now with bases full of Mariners again. You got Davis at third, Wilson at second, Reynolds at first. And Alex is 1 for 3. He singled back in the third. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Gets the big strikeout. But the Mariners score 2, take a 3-2 lead into the top of the 7th. And we'll have a pitch hitter here for Bob. Then we're back to the top of the order here. See who's going to come out here and pitch hit against the lefty. Most of the righties are already in the game. And Rico Petrocelli is going to come out of the dugout. Where's old Petrocelli at? There he is. And this is his first plate appearance of the year. In 1969, Rico batted .297, 40 homers, and 97 RBIs. And that ball is high. That ball is far. How far is this one going to go, folks? That is the question. 20 and 1. And that ball is off the wall. Jamie keeps it in the ballpark with that G. A double by Rico. And we got the tying run down at second with nobody out. So Rico with a double. Thought he just tied this ball game up, but it's off the scoreboard out there. Now you got the top of the order up. And Dustin's up. He's 2 for 3. He's got a double and a single in this game. Can he drive in the tying run? And here's the pitch to Dustin. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And he's going to look the runner back to second. He's going to fire over to first. Now there's 1 down. The runner still at second. And up to the plate comes Nomar. And he is 2 for 2 today. 2 singles and a walk. Can he deliver here? And that's going to be a fly ball. Nope, that's going to be a pop up down the second. And that'll be out number 2. So far the leadoff double hasn't gone nowhere. So it's going to be up to Wade Boggs to deliver here and try to tie this game up here in the top of the 7th. Boggs is 0 for 2. He did walk back in the 3rd. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. He'll fire over to 1st. And that'll end the inning. The leadoff double, which was almost a homer, doesn't come to roost. And they get out of the inning. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's a 3-2 ball game. And let's see here. You got the lefty, righty, lefty due up again. They don't have a lefty in the bullpen. And the Moose, I think, is going to come out of the pen. The Moose will come out of the bullpen. Try to keep this a 1-run ball game. Where's the Moose at? And Dick is pitching in his 2nd game, no record and no ERA. He'll be facing the big boys, Griffey, Martinez, and Raul Abondase. Ken Griffey's 1 for 3 today with an RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He gets him on strikeouts for out number 1. And Edgar Martinez comes to the plate now. He's 0 for 2 today. He did reach on an error and walked in the game. He's been on base twice. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts by Dick. Can he strike the side out here in the 7th? Raul is 1 for 2 with a walk. He is singled and walked. Came around the score in the 6th. And that's going to be against the righty. 17, that's going to be a fly ball, I believe, in the center field. Nope, a fly ball in the left field. Rice makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 goes the Mariners. To the top of the 8th we go. And Jamie's going to stay out here to pitch because he's due up, I think, 3rd. Yep, he's due up 3rd in the bottom of the 8th. And Mo Vaughn's 0 for 3. Can Mo get something started here? And that's going to be a ground ball down the Reynolds. And he boots it, folks. That's an E4. Tying runs at 1st. Go ahead runs at the plate. And Mookie Betts comes to the plate. And Mookie is 1 for 3. He singled. Came around the score in the 6th. And that's going to be a fly ball out the... Nope, that's going to be a hit by pitch. That is a hit by pitch. Jamie is now in a heap of trouble. 1st and 2nd, nobody out, and Darrell Evans is up. And they might have to go to the bullpen here. Mr. Nielsen, Jeff Nielsen might come in the game. And I think that's what they're going to do, have him just pitch this 8th inning. Yep. Or Schuler. They'll bring in Schuler. Schuler will come in and just pitch this 8th inning. And be pitched hit for him. Or do we make a double switch with Ibanez? Bring Bradley in. Do that. Yeah, they could do that. So Nelson will come in the game. Bradley will come in and play left field. Bradley will come in, batting the 9 spot. And Jeff Nielsen will go with our first gut reaction, bring Jeff in. That'll be it for Jamie with the tying run and go-ahead runs on the bases. So Jeff will come in, he'll bat in the 6th spot. And Phil Bradley will come in And he'll bat in the 9 hole and play left field. So the old double switch. Oh, I hope you enjoy yourself. D. Scott says he's going on a 50-day road trip. Awesome. So now you got Evans up. This is Jeff's second appearance of the year. No record with a 9 ERA. Darrell Evans is 0 for 3. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. Tying run at second. Go ahead, run at first. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. That'll be out number 1. And with Mo's speed, he's not going nowhere. And now with 1 out, do we want to pitch run for Mo? That is the question. Do we want to pitch run for Mo Vaughn? You can bring your Skrimsky in the pitch run, and play first. I think that's what we're going to do. With 1 out now, we're going to pitch run for Mo Vaughn. And Yaz is going to stay in the game and play first. So a pitch runner for Mo Vaughn will be Yaz. And now you still got first and second. And Jim Rice is up, and Rice has got an RBI single back in the 6th. Here's the pitch to Jim. And that's going to be against the righty, a 19 and a 10. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And I don't think he's going to tag up on the junior's arm here, but we'll see. With a fly ball out there, re-roll the dice. And that's going to be no way. He's going to stay put. So now there's 2 outs. Runner still at first and second. And Jason Varitek, who has homered in this game, steps up to the plate, folks. Can he deliver again? He's 1 for 3 with a solo homer back in the 2nd. Here's the pitch to Jason. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 22. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. Martinez fires across the diamond. And the Red Sox again strand 2 after first and second. Nobody out. We go to the bottom of the 8th in a 3-2 ball game. And we got Davis, Wilson, and Bradley due up here. And now we need a first baseman. And Yaz is going to stay in the game and play first. And Dick is going to stay in the game, trying to keep it a 1-run game. He's got the bottom 3rd of the order due up here. And the pitch to Alvin. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short for out number 1. Oh, darn, 600 miles. Ooh. And now you got Mr. Wilson, who's having a fine game. He's 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs on the game. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Evans makes the catch, 2 down here. And Bradley, who just came in the game with the double switch. First plate appearance of the game, batting .500. No homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. And there's a 2-out walk, and they can't afford to give up any more runs. Ichiro's up now with a runner on first, 2 outs. He's 0 for 4 today. And that's going to be a pop-up down the 3rd. Boggs makes the catch for out number 3. To the top of the 9th we go. Boston down by 1. And let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen to nail this ball game down. What we got here? We're going to have a pitch hitter for Dick and then a bunch of righties. So it's not going to be Rhodes. And it looks like it's going to be Soriano is going to come out, or JJ. Soriano or JJ. They got one hell of a bullpen. Seattle don't have much of a starting, but their bullpen is all that in a bag of chips. So JJ is going to come out of the pen, and he'll bat in the 6th spot. And he'll try to nail this game down here, folks. And JJ, he has 1 save on the year. This is his 2nd appearance, but his ERA is 18 with a save. So, ooh. As you can see, the team comparisons here. Boston, 26 strikeouts, 12 walks, 4 doubles. Seattle, 24 strikeouts, 10 walks, 5 doubles. And we'll have a pitch hitter here for Dick. See who's going to come off the bench. And I think it's got to be the man here. David Ortiz. 1 swing and a bat here. Try to tie this ball game up. So David Ortiz is going to come off the bench. Lead off the top of the 9th. He's looking for his first base hit of the year. He's 0 for 5. And that's not going to get it done. That's a grounder down to Davis at first. He takes it himself, tags the base to get David Ortiz out of there. Now we're back to the top of the order. Can Dustin get aboard here? Bring the winning run to the plate. He's 2 for 4. He has singled and doubled in this game. And that's going to be a base on balls. JJ walks him. Now the tying runs at first. Go ahead run at the plate. No more. I've said this a few times is up. Can he deliver, folks? And he is 2 for 3 today. Can he keep it going here? And that's going to be against the 26. That is going to be a pop up down the short. Rodriguez makes the catch. And now the Red Sox are down to their last out. It's up to Wade Boggs. Can Boggs keep this game alive? He's 0 for 3. He did walk in the 3rd. And that's going to do it, folks. That's a fly ball out to Griffey. He waits for it to come down. And that's your ball game. Seattle wins this one 3-2. Take a look here at the box score. And the Mariners, 3 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors. The Red Sox, 2 runs, 8 hits, out-hit the Mariners, couldn't outscore them with 1 error. Nomar and Dustin at the top of the order. They tried. They was both 2 for 4 in the game. The Red Sox 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position, folks. They had their opportunity. Jason Varitek with the homer left 10 men on base. And Mr. Wilson is the only Mariner with 2 hits, and they was 3 for 10. There's the difference in the ball game. 3 for 10 with runners in scoring position, and they also left 10 men on base. Clay Buchholz was 0-1 now, 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 errors, 2 unearned runs rather, 1 unearned run, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, struck out 4. Stanley comes in, pitches 1 inning, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And Dick comes in, 2 innings, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Jamie Moyer picks up the win, 7 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned. Walked 2, struck out 2, gave up a homer. And Jeff comes in, 1 inning, and JJ gets his 2nd save of the year, 1 inning and 1 walk. And let's take a look now at the standings and the leaderboard in the American League. Yeah, the M's did a damn good job. Thank you, Clinton. It was a good game. I was expecting them to get blown out. The Yankees are now 2 games up on the Baltimore Orioles and Blue Jays, and the Red Sox and Devil Rays are 2.5 games back. And in the Central, you got the Tigers a half a game up on Cleveland, KC's a game back, the Twins a game and a half, and Chicago White Sox 2 games back. And out west, the Rangers are now only a half a game up on Seattle, Oakland's 2 back, and the Angels 2.5. Curtis Granderson with that .545 batting average, and the 2 Indians leading with 4 homers, Ramirez and Tomei with 8 RBIs. And of course, the ERA leader is going to be at 0, and a bunch of pitchers tied with 1 win, and 3 pitchers now tied with 2 saves. JJ getting his second saves, now tied with Mariana and John Hiller. And Jim Thomey's leading in the MVP voting, and Jim Palmer in the Cy Young. And the next game here on the channel is going to be the second game of this series between Boston and Seattle on the 4th of April. And it won't be Stuttering Stanley because Bob's not even in the rotation. It's going to be Mr. Wakefield going up against Freddie Garcia. So ignore that, folks. It'll be Wakefield against Garcia in game number 2. I want to thank Clinton Parks, Steve Scott Howard, and Mr. Ken Castro for joining us here this afternoon. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, folks. It doesn't cost a dime. Hit that bell so you know what's going on here on the channel. And when you leave here today, hit that like button and leave a comment. Till next time, you all have a great day and take care.